It's a certain time right now.
Oh, is it a certain time right now?
Yes, it is a certain time right now, and it should motivate everybody right now because this is a very rare article from Politico. It's somewhat positive. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is...
I'm not ready.
Not
Sorry.
ready yet? Paul, I can only get dragged on for so long. It is...
I have to find the folder. We made folders, and that made it hard.
Oh, no.
Made it hard.
Candidate Tulsi, go.
All right.
Candidate Tulsi, go.
Candidate Tulsi. It's Tulsi time. There we go. It's Tulsi time.
I
Everybody.
just intentionally put that up so that he wasn't ready.
Oh, wow. You did that on purpose while we're live. Thank you, Paul DuPont.
See,
I will yell at you
everyone
after the
can be
show.
a comedian.
All right, there we go. There
Something
we go.
witty.
One more Tulsi. No, that's it.
We got
We're done. Okay, so this is a rare article from Politico. Tulsi Gabbard returns, sets stage for debate fireworks. Democrats are bracing for Representative Tulsi Gabbard to blow up the next Democratic presidential debate. Gabbard missed the September debate and will be regulated to the side on the stage on October 15th because she is polling lower than most of her rivals, even though she's polling higher than Tom Steyer. I don't know why they put her at the end. Maybe it's because they're afraid of her. And why are the Democrats afraid of her? Because right now, Gabbard's because right now Tulsi Gabbard, obviously known as the Giant Slayer, took out Kamala Harris during the second Democratic debate. I mean, Kamala Harris was at one point deemed a top-tier Democrat contender until she was finally knocked out by Representative Tulsi Gabbard. Gabbard's non-interventionist foreign policy platform could mean trouble for Joe Biden. She recently questioned Senator Elizabeth Warren's national security experience. She could even decide to put the whole Democratic presidential field on blast for politicizing the impeachment process after tweeting recently that candidates fundraising off the inquiry were undermining credibility of House Democrats that are probing President Donald Trump. And then also, this is from a strategist, Mark Longberg. If I'm on the stage with her in this upcoming debate, I'd certainly want to be prepared to rebuke or deal with Tulsi Gabbard coming at me. Gabbard has begun signaling that she's looking to create a breakout moment in the upcoming debate. And one of the people, of course, the two people that they're saying right now, or strategists are saying that might be on Representative Tulsi Gabbard's target list would be Kamala Harris and Senator Elizabeth Warren. And it should spell for a very interesting debate on how it's all going to turn out. Again, the article goes into detail about how she was against any kind of impeachment, but she was for an impeachment inquiry. So we just want to make that very clear. She was for an impeachment inquiry, but you know, she's also went on social media. This is Representative Tulsi Gabbard basically stating that, look, Democrats shouldn't be profiting off of this or doing fundraisers off this because this is a very serious issue. And if it does lead to impeachment, we need to be prepared for any pushback from President Donald Trump and the Republican Party. Right,
So this is weird. On the whole topic of impeachment, politicians of all stripes are kind of caught in this place of like sort of needing to toe the party line and like present that unity because it obviously definitely won't work unless you have that unity. But also there's this kind of like, this probably isn't a great strategy anyway. Like Bernie articulated it very well earlier, basically saying that this could very easily backfire and end up bolstering Trump. And Tulsi's kind of in that whirlwind as well. Like she's not someone who has always played nice with the sort of the establishment, the higher ups at the party, the DNC itself. And so when it comes time to like we're gonna do this, we're gonna get Trump, we're going with impeachment. As many reservations as you might have, as much as you're like this is kind of a thin strategy, you maybe want to do this a little bit differently. She's kind of it's so hard, particularly in the middle of a race, to be like, well, this is complicated. Because it's a lot easier to just be like, Trump bad.
Right. So also the article goes into detail about how privately top officials on multiple campaigns said Warren, Harris, Cory Booker, Amy Klobuchar, or Pete Buttigieg could end up tangling with Representative Tulsi Gabbard. And this is a quote from a Democratic strategist. I would watch for Tulsi to be one of the wild cards that blows up on this October debate. If I were preparing for this debate with one of the other candidates, especially if I was Senator Elizabeth Warren, I would be very wary of Tulsi Gabbard now being back on the stage. And this goes back to something that all three of us had said early on. Look, Representative Tulsi Gabbard is unapologetic. She's going to continue to push forward. And she wants to get her name out there. Look, after the first and second Democratic debates, she was the most Googled candidate after those two debates were done. So she has a following on social media. And if she's able to pull off the same kind of success by knocking out Kamala Harris and maybe Senator Elizabeth Warren, I mean, that could really push her numbers up, and then she becomes a real contender.
Well, why doesn't she take pot shots at Biden? Why is it like it's going to
The-
be Harris or
okay,
Warren?
Well, hold on. The article also goes into detail about this. Others thought that Gabbard could draw contrast with Biden, although Gabbard had previously defended the former vice president against criticism from Kamala Harris. The two, and the article says this: the two spent time talking to each other on stage after the last debate that Tulsi Gabbard participated in, and I remember doing a short live stream on that as well about Tulsi Gabbard talking about somewhat defending Biden. She was saying basically, we can't have a divided, vote. We can't be divided right now and calling Biden a racist, even though he has said some racist things or very controversial things. He's not that exactly, and I
don't think that's a very good
We criticize.
yeah, we
Yeah.
criticize. I mean, at the end of the day, I understood what Representative Tulsi Gabbard was trying to say, but
buttons.
Yeah.
are you just screwing around with the buttons on purpose? Okay. Anyways,
So
back on
I want
point.
to say one
Yeah,
thing really quick because
Yeah.
we call. There's a reason we call Tulsi Gabbard a giant slayer on this channel.
Yeah.
And it is every time she has been on a debate, she has taken someone much bigger than her down. I think Politico is wrong on their take about who she's going to attack, as they generally are. You can flip a coin and you'll have better odds than Politico on these type of issues. Tulsi, I would hope, goes after Biden, but I've been thinking a lot since we've gone back and forth a bit about should we go after Biden, should we go after Warren, and I'm evening up that as time goes on with both of them. I think if she attacks Warren, though, I think then Pete Buttigieg might take those votes, or maybe Kamala takes those votes, but I'm still at the point where I would like to see her just bring Biden to his knees.
Right. There's one other note too that we should make aware that these debates, Bernie Sanders said it best when he was being interviewed by Joe Rogan. These debates are demeaning, and the candidates each are only going to get like one soundbite in. And Representative Tulsi Gabbard, I don't know what kind of window of opportunity she will have, or whether or not the moderators will call on her, or whether or not she will have to take the initiative to get her message out there. No matter what's going to happen, whatever it will be, Representative Tulsi Gabbard needs to be aggressive, unapologetic, and really go after whoever the candidate is, or like maybe Kamala Harris or Senator Elizabeth Warren, to really like get herself even further in polling numbers so that she can make it to the 5th Democratic debate stage.
I would say I completely agree. I totally want to see another Dragon Slayer moment.
Yeah.
Right. But I would like to see us move the sights over to Elizabeth Warren and highlight the differences between Elizabeth Warren and her campaign and someone like Tulsi Gabbard or Bernie Sanders. I think, from my estimation, what we'll see in a lot of the polling is still a little bit of artificial support for Biden. I think there's a lot of just name recognition and those that are not really plugged in so much and following the day-to-day and the grind of what's going on in the campaign, that I really think his campaign is mostly already deflated. He is already falling by the wayside, and it's time to lay the groundwork for, if you're really a democratic socialist, if you're really a progressive, there are some substantial differences that need to be highlighted when it comes to Elizabeth Warren.
And-
So
and I think-
can
I
I,
think-
can I say something I think we can both agree on? It'd be really nice. It would be better than Tulsi Gabbard taking down Elizabeth Warren or Joe Biden. Tulsi Gabbard taking down Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden.
At the same, she
I
could.
can agree.
She very well could. I mean, at this point, the DNC is doing everything it can to discredit her. Corporate media has
And
done
Bernie
everything it
Sanders
can
needs
to
to use
discredit
that
her.
new blood that he's getting to his body
Yeah.
to just be memorable.
So
I don't-
I think at the final note, look,
New
we
blood.
we are going to be covering
Yeah.
this 4th Democratic debate, and we will be covering here on the Hardlands Media YouTube channel, and we will be observing it, and we're hoping that Representative Tulsi Gabbard has another home run moment
Oh, yeah.
and knocks out
Stay
all
for
the
that when
corporate
we do that.
candidates. So please definitely check us out when we're going to be doing that. We will have a lot of commentary on it, but we have to move on.
I do
to
want to
another-
say one thing because
Yeah.
Paul made a good point. Maybe it's not new blood, but I will maybe say bonus blood or bonus efficiency blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old ticker's working well now.
Yeah, well, Bernie Sanders is back in the fight, but another good thing too is that Representative Tulsi Gabbard is in the fight too. And
Yep.
if we were to say send any advice to her campaign, and that is be unapologetic and get your name out there, because the moderators and corporate media have done nothing to attack you, so you have nothing to lose but continue to push forward and be
Is she-
aggressive.